What's up, guys? This is King Yak, and welcome back to another episode of the 25 Days of Cubing. It's currently day 10, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Megaminx. So, the Megaminx is a puzzle that honestly looks a lot more complicated than it actually is, and it actually functions a lot. uh, It functions like very similarly to just a standard 3x3. So, like this one here. As you can see, this is what a face looks like, right? And like how the 3x3 has 4 edges around the center, this has 5 edges around the center and then 5 corners around that. So it functions pretty much the same. And you actually solve it extremely similar. The only difference is instead of making a cross, you make a star because you have one extra edge or one extra corner to account for. So a lot of the logic and such that applies to the 3x3 applies to this cube. So let's go ahead and jump right, or sorry, puzzle. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into the solve. So I'm going to start with the white face. We already have this green piece here, so we can just move it over like that to get that into its place. Next, we have this white and yellow that we can move in. That's already solved, or where it needs to be. This purple and yellow, or purple and white piece can move in like that. And then red and white is right here, so we can bring that over the red center and then insert it in like that. And lastly, we have this blue and white piece, so we'll have to move that to where the blue center is, then we can move it in like that and insert that into the cross and then fix this that would have happened in that process. So yeah, already we have the white star on the bottom. So next we want to match corner pieces that have the white on them along with edge pieces that have the other two. So we have this white, purple, and yellow here. We can bring that out. That pairs it up with this. So we go ahead and pair that up just like how you would with 3x3, and then you solve it into its correct slot. Again, this is just like F2L on a 3x3. So next we have this pair, the red and green, so we can hide this, bring the edge over, bring that back up. That gives us our pair. Then we can solve it in just like that into its slot. And then next we have this piece, this white, purple, and green. Here's the edge piece that goes with it. We can go ahead and bring those over here and then put it above its slot and solve it in like that. And then next we have the red and blue. We'll go ahead and take this out so that they're across from one another. And we can insert like that. And then last we have the blue and yellow pair. So here they are right here. Again, same thing. Set them up so that they're from across from each other. Now we can match them up like this and then move them into the slot like that. And now we have the first two layers all done. So next what we want to do is we want to solve these three pieces here for each side. And that just kind of combines like logic from the cross and first two layers are F2L. And so that's the next step that we're going to do. So we got this piece here that we can move in that gives us that. Next we want to find the orange, purple, and yellow corner and pair it with the orange and purple edge piece. So the corner's right here, and the edge piece is over here, so we go ahead and bring that up. And because we have the yellow piece solved, we want to treat that as our cross piece. So we're going to go ahead and do that, or as our cross color, sorry, not our cross piece. Now we have this pair, and we can insert it in like that, and that gives us this. And we just want to repeat that process on every side. So next we have green and blue. We'll go ahead and do that. Then we want to find the green and yellow to go with this. It's right here. So we can go ahead and pair that up like that. And then insert that in. And that gives us our second one. So next we have this side. Let's go ahead and get this pink and blue piece in like that. So next we want this corner piece right here along with the pink and red. And we'll go ahead and pair those up. That goes in like that. Next we have this side. So we'll go ahead and do the cream and red. And then we want the green, cream, tan, whatever you want to call it, and red piece right here. And the corner piece is already with it, or the edge piece was already paired with that. So that was a little lucky. Next we have this blue and purple that's already in. So we want the green and blue, and this piece is already paired up with it. That's great. There we go. And then that's that. little 3 section on each side. And next we're just going to solve these 2 layers, kind of similarly to how we do F2L on the 3x3 and how we did it here. So we have this pair that's already solved. Again, that's a bit lucky, but we'll take it. And then we have this pair right here, so we can separate it like that, then repair it properly. And then we'll go ahead and insert that in. Next we have this. Orange and green, we'll pair it up and insert that. Then we have red, white, and tan along with this, or sorry, red, pink, and tan along with this edge piece over here. So we'll go ahead, pair those up. And so that goes in like that. And then this piece, this pair is already, yeah, this is already paired, but it's not in properly. So we'll just take it out and put it back in. Simple as that. So then next comes OLL. So I kind of do this a little more intuitively because I never really learned all the algorithms for this, or the entirety of last layer I actually do intuitively. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do the simple F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime to get this. Then we'll go ahead and try and complete the star so we have kind of like this shape, so we can do this, the inverse of what I just did, and that gives us almost the entire layer complete. So now what we're doing is we're taking these corners that aren't oriented properly, we're taking it out of the layer, and then we're just simply rotating them until they are fixed. And then that might mess this up, but what we can do is we can take this in the other corner that isn't solved, put that into this layer and continue rotating it until now that's solved and now all of this is fixed. So how you do that is it's just a simple R, U, R prime, U prime. So you turn the right face up, the top face counterclockwise, right face down, top face counterclockwise, and you just do that repeatedly. And eventually, if you do it enough times, it'll solve itself. But what that's doing is we're just moving that here and then doing that same thing. So next, what we want to do is we want to permute just the edges. We're not worried about the corners yet. And it looks like in this case, we have two edges that are adjacent to one another solved. What we'll want to do is this is the Y perm from 3x3. And what that's going to do is it's going to kind of cycle these edges without interfering with these. So we'll go ahead and do that at least once. Yep, there we go. That has all the edges in the right place. So now what we want to do is kind of similar to with OLO with the corners. You want to take this out of the top layer, and this is the blue and orange corner piece. So we want to find the blue and orange edges. They're over here. We'll move that over here to the top, and then we'll insert that back in, kicking this piece out. This is the blue and tan, so we'll go ahead and replace it here since that's where its edges are. Next we have the pink and tan that can go here, and then that solves the entire puzzle. So yeah, a little more of a kind of a intuitive solving for the last layer. Again, I'm not too extensive into Megaminx, but it is a fun event. I really like this puzzle. I think it's just a nice little thing to solve every now and then. But yeah. So that'll conclude this episode of the 25 Days of Cubing. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, all that good stuff. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more high quality content like this in the future. That'll be it for me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.